When I was young, my parents would tell me to do something or not to do something. And I would immediately say, why? And they would get annoyed by that. They would sometimes say, because I'm the boss, that's why, which didn't really satisfy me. But the point of the story is we all want to know why. We all want to be understood and we want people to understand us. Just like parents want to be understood by their children, children want to be understood by their parents. And why questions aren't a threat, they're not a fight, they really are legitimate. We should tell our children why as often as we can. When you give an instruction, tell them why. When you give a no answer, tell them why. Maybe you don't have to every time, but you should if you can. The title to this video is How to Make Someone Feel Understood. But to be honest, you can't really make another person feel understood. You can create an environment that gives the feeling that they're understood. You can teach them skills for how to better communicate so that they are understood. Ultimately, though, each person gets to choose whether they will or won't feel understood. One of the key principles of being a self-governed person is acknowledging the truth that only you get to choose how you feel. No one can make you feel a certain way. So how do we help a person feel understood? What can we do to assist in that? That's what these 6 rules are about. Rule number 1, take time to listen to them. We are just going too fast. Life is too busy. In fact, I remember deciding years ago, I'm not a busy person. If people say to me, oh, you're so busy, I told myself, no, I'm going to say, oh no, my life is great. I am not too busy for people. Never. Too busy to do my dishes? Maybe. Too busy to fold my laundry? Possibly. But not too busy for the people. We should never be too busy for that. So take time to listen. If somebody needs to talk to you, or even if they don't, set aside time to listen. Rule number 2, seek to understand. Really focus on what it is that they're telling you. If they're sharing a story, are they really sharing a truth that they learned that you could discuss with them? Are they telling you something that makes them happy? Are they telling you something that has them concerned? Think about what they're really saying and seek to understand. That brings us to rule number 3, focus. When they're talking, look at them. Listen to the words. Focus on what they mean and put them together in your mind in a picture of what this person is really saying to you. Put all of your thoughts of what you want to say out of your mind. That's what it means to focus. So often when people are communicating, they think more about what they are going to say than what you are saying. That's selfish communication. It's bad for relationships. And it certainly doesn't put that person you're listening to first. We want them to feel understood. That means they need to feel like a priority to you. Focus. Rule number 4, don't do anything else during the time when they are talking to you. So just like you don't want to be thinking about your own thoughts that you want to say, you also don't want to be doing your own thing. Now, maybe if you have something on the stove that you're cooking that might burn and they come to you right at that time, you might keep stirring. But when at all possible, stop your body from doing actions too, because those actions will take over and use up valuable space that's in your mind that you could be using to focus on what they are saying to you. Stop yourself from doing actions and just focus in on what they are trying to get across to you. Rule number 5, repeat back to them what they're saying to you. You don't have to say their exact words, but just say something like, it sounds to me like this experience at work really impacted the flow of your whole day and that you weren't able to accomplish as much as you wished you could. Or to a child, it might sound something like, it sounds to me like you are having a hard time getting along with your brother. And we need to practice better ways to handle these kind of problems so you don't have this problem in the future. Tell them what you understand so that they know you've heard what they have to say. Rule number 6, tell them what you already know when they're completely out of control. So when people are really feeling the emotions surging inside them and they're going out of control, they want to tell you everything right then, and it's going to be passionate, but a wise person knows there's not going to be real understanding that happens until that person is calm. So get them to a place of calmness first, but tell them what you do understand as you're waiting for the calmness to occur. So I usually say, I can tell you want to tell me something about the chore chart that you don't agree with, but we need to get calm first, then we can talk about it. And if you need to have just a phrase that you can always remember to say, I always say, it seems to me that you want to tell me something. I want to know what that is, but we need to choose to be calm first, then we can talk about it. I have other videos on this channel that are dedicated to the topic of calmness and calm communication. Be sure to subscribe so that you can find those easier. Since calmness is such a key component in a person feeling understood and being understood, I want to give you some more help. I have a free course called the Calm Parenting Toolkit, and you can find a link to it in the description of this video below. This toolkit will give you the tools you need to bond with your children and to have understanding communication with your children during the toughest parenting moments.